All right. Can't believe I'm doing this. All right, look. So, as of recording this, the current date is October 3rd, 2025. Why is this date of any significance whatsoever? Well, Taylor Swift herself, that lady that does stuff with the music, whatever, has decided to drop her album today, right? And officially, that means one thing and one thing only. It's white girl season. It's white girl season. And I believe that there's no better way to kick off white girl season but to step back and, prepare myself, because I'm going to get to her shit. But I need a little bit of a warm-up. This is the preseason. This is a pregame. So I feel like I should dive into the second in command right now when it comes to white girl vibes. And in my mind, that's nobody else but Miss Sabrina Carpenter. And that's what we're doing today. Sabrina Carpenter, man's best friend, track by track review. Let's get it. Let's get it right now. Transition. Do the transition. Alright, so first we had the song Man Child. I believe it was the lead single off the album. It had the music video where she was bouncing from scene to scene. She was with the nigga in the car with the afro. She was with the fat dude on a motorcycle. She was with that skinny dude with the long hair in the country club, and she was doing the hootenanny dances and the yeehaw and whatever. She had the fur coat on with the wrench behind her back. She was jumping off of buildings and shit, and it was a frog or whatever. It was a weird ass music video. Anyway, yeah, lead single. It's light and airy. The instrumental is like kind of synthy. It sounds like something out the 80s. It low-key kind of sound like the intro song for like a Sims video game, which is perfect because we all know how much white girls love The Sims. Anyway, I like the song. It was mad sarcastic. It's about how much she hates dumb niggas, but they mad hot and they keep coming to her. So she's like, alright, you dumb, but like I'm trying to smash, so hell yeah. And she's like, oh man, I like my boys incompetent. Pause. She said that. I didn't say that. She said that. She said she likes her boys incompetent and like this motherfucker's stupid, but I still love him, blah, blah, blah. Basically, from what I heard, it was a diss toward not so smart people may or may not have dicks. In other words, men. Shouts out to me. Shouts out to my homies. Shouts out to my fellow men. This song is not for you, but it's still a good song and a cool way to start the album. So yeah, thumbs up. Next. So we get to Tears, the second song on the album, and I gotta tell you off rip, this is my favorite song on the whole thing, and it's not even close. I love this 70s disco ass beat in the back. I love her vocal performance. I love how raunchy the lyrics are. She over here talking about she got tears running down her thigh, and she ain't talking about no goddamn crying, bro. She talking about excitement, you know what I'm saying? She's like, yo, if you respect women and do the dishes sometimes, you finna get all this shit, bro. You finna get lucky like every night. And side note, I actually ended up seeing the video for this song at the gym of all places. And let me tell you, dog, that's some crazy motivation right there. I did not know she was flexible like that. Back to the song before I get more off topic. Damn, dude. Anyway, like I said before, this is definitely my favorite song on the album. Fun fact, when I first heard this album all the way through, I heard Tears, and I swear on my life, dog, I ran this bitch back like 8 times. I think I was at work, and I'm like, damn, I didn't know she could make music like that. When I heard the album from last year, I heard some light poppy stuff, espresso was kind of, dare I say, a little groovy, but I wouldn't say it was straight up just like, I'm out here on some Michael Jackson working day and night type ish. And no, that's not me comparing her to Michael Jackson. I'm not stupid. I'm just saying it's kind of in the vein of something like that. So hold your horses, buddy. So if I haven't made myself clear enough, I think this is a really good song and it's the best this project has to offer. 10 out of 10, Tears. Next. My man on Willpower is Sabrina basically asking the question the entire song of why he ain't trying to smash, bro. What's wrong with me? I ain't sexy enough? Why you not trying to smash, bro? Pause. Again, pause. You know what I'm doing here, alright? You know what? Fuck that. No pause. You know what I'm doing here. All I'm doing is describing the song so I can give my opinion on it in a few seconds. Fuck you and your pause. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is about her voice or maybe just how the song sounds or the structure or the instrumental behind what's going on here, but this all reminds me of a Hannah Montana song, right? It reminds me of a really updated 2025 18 plus version of a Hannah Montana song. This sounds like something that Miley Cyrus would probably sing in a lot more PG friendly manner in like 2010 about like how her boyfriend at that current moment in that season doesn't want to hold hands walking down the hallway in high school or something. Not to say that I don't think the song is cool, because it is. It's fine. It moves the story along perfectly, in my opinion. There's some funny lines in there. That one part where she's talking about how she's walking around in her slutty pajamas and it's doing nothing for him kind of made me chuckle a little bit. So I think all in all, it's a pretty decent song. I ain't got no problems. You want no problem with me. Next. Sugar Talking damn near put me to sleep. I was not a big fan of this song, and I'll explain why. So basically in this song, Sabrina gets her wish and they do the damn thing. After, I guess, a few weeks, I'm guessing, of her being mad and him trying to send her flowers and write paragraphs talking about, oh babe, I'm sorry, I didn't realize you was trying to be touched that bad. I was working on myself and blah, 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 right? And she's like, I don't want to hear your words. Put that shit to action, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, cool, I get it. I understand what the song's about. Obviously, it's pretty straightforward. But man, I'm not interested in hearing about this. There's a pretty cool instrumental in the back. It's pretty slow. It's got the nice guitars in the back, the synths. I quite enjoy Sabrina Carpenter's background vocals, the harmonies in the background and everything. It's just, I don't know. It's a skip for me. I'm sorry. Next. We almost broke up again last night is a prime example for me as to why you should listen to something more than once, all the way through, before you cast judgment upon it. Because when I first heard this song, I fucking hated it. Could not stand it. Like, aside from her singing, because I think Sabrina has a great voice all around, aside from her singing, the subject matter itself and the beat in the back annoyed the crap out of me to no end. And the reason behind me hating it just comes down to my own personal experiences of dealing with friends that come to you for relationship advice because they're not happy currently. So then you go, well, obviously you're not happy, so I think your best bet is just to break up with the motherfucker. And then they say something along the lines of, no, I think we can make it work. And then lo and behold, no, they can't make it work, and they broke up. And then they come to you like, I can't believe this happened. How could I have not seen this coming? And then you got to sit there like, yeah, man, how could you have seen this coming? But at the end of the day, we're all just humans. And as they say, humans are creatures of habit. And I think Sabrina showcases that perfectly within the lyrics of the song. You see an avalanche coming down off the mountain, but you in a village where you can't move. So now you just got to take the avalanche and all the iciness and just the destruction coming your way, and you can't do shit about it. That's what this feels like. And I think the whole thing just encapsulates that feeling of dread pretty well. So, you know what? Thumbs up. Not exactly my cup of tea. I'm not going to say that it's on repeat for me like Tears was, but not bad, man. Not bad. I fucking, dude, you don't know, dude. I hated this song at first, and now I don't. So, shout out to you for that, Sabrina Carpenter. Next. Then we get to Nobody's Son, and I gotta say I'm a big fan of this song. You see, I've always been a sucker for songs that sound all happy and jolly and shit. And then you look at the lyrics and it's like, oh man, this is neither happy nor jolly. This is pretty melancholy, if I do say so myself. And you know what's crazy about this song is I said before that Man Child sounded like it came straight out The Sims. No, this song sounds like it came straight from The Sims 2, bro. Like, it sounds like you open up the game, you get to the loading screen, the shit loads up, and all you hear is dun, 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 dun. And it's like, man, I'm finna make some houses, I'm finna make a family. Hopefully nobody dies in the process. But they always do. It's The Sims. Sabrina Carpenter's character in this song comes off mad pessimistic. A lot of woe is me going on. I will say one thing, and don't kill me for this. Low key, the vocals in the song in general kind of sounds like something Taylor would do. A little bit. But all in all, my enjoyment of the song just comes down to the fact that I think it's a catchy tune. That's basically it. Here I go again, crying in bed. Something, something, something. I'm a stupid bitch. I thought you was different, but I guess not. You get the gist of it. Next, we got Never Getting Laid. So if Tears is my favorite song on the entire record by far, in a distant second, and I say distant because of how high of a pedestal I put Tears on, in a distant second I'd put Never Getting Laid. This song makes me laugh just because of how petty it is. This song is petty as hell. You telling me you wish that your partner, your ex-partner, has a life full of sunshine and happiness? Just, I hope you never feel the touch of another woman again. That's kind of funny, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you. And the agoraphobia line had me down in particular because at first I was like, agoraphobia, and then it clicked and I'm like, oh, you petty motherfucker, you crazy for that. I hope you get agoraphobia one day, bro. Yeah, that shit made me laugh. I love when songs or just media in general makes me chuckle a little bit. That's what this song did for me. So, you know what? Thumbs up for that. Number 2 favorite song on the album, Never Getting Late. Shouts out to Abstinence. Next. When did you get hot? That's a fair question to ask. Sabrina Carpenter's character sees some dude she knew from back in the day. Apparently now he got a 6-pack and his hair's really cool and she's trying to bang now that she's single. Hell yeah. I don't care. I don't care. This is filler to me. I don't care. Moves the plot along. Fine. That's all fine and dandy. Not interested. Sorry. She's trying to do like her best Britney Spears impression, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Whatever. Next. Now, something that I've kind of failed to bring up over the course of this review is the country influence that's kind of been all over this album. You can hear it in the instrumentation within the beats that Sabrina sings over. And it kind of all comes full circle with Go-Go Juice. And I hate to report that I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not even a big country guy to begin with. I heard this for the first time. I'm like, yeah, maybe I need to hear it a few more times for me to really get into it. Because it's a lively song, right? It's upbeat. It's about basically Sabrina Carpenter's out in the town. She's like, fuck it, I'm depressed, so nothing helps depression like good old alcohol. And she's at the bar, she's having a good time. It's a fucking everybody at the bar getting tipsy ass song. And I think that's what I really don't like about it. Like, she went full country and I'm just like, nah, I'm chilling. You trying to drown your sorrows at the bar and shit, talking about I'm trying to get with John or Larry or Tom or Dick or whatever the fuck names he said. And then you got like everybody singing along with the ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, this is not for me. Now, I'm not gonna go out of my way and say this is a horrible song, but it is my least favorite song on the album. And I know that's kind of like, what the hell? Like, really? This song got some life to it. I'm like, I'm aware. It just comes down to it's not for me, bro. Respectfully, I'm a pass on this. Next. Coming up on close to the end here, we got the slow ass cut known as Don't Worry, I'll Make You Worry, where Sabrina Carpenter's character just goes full manipulation. She's just like, yo, I'm about to make your mental health disappear. I'm like a magician. This is a tough one for me to really describe how I feel about it because the slow and kind of methodical nature of the song really plays well into it on one hand, so I appreciate the fact that she structured it out that way. On the other hand, I'm getting kind of bored listening to it, and I don't know if that's due to my attention span or me just not being into the message of everything, because I get the intent and I think she pulls it off fine. It's just The emotional lottery line though was pretty cool when she was like, with me you're playing the emotional lottery, kind of referring to how you never know what you're gonna get with her, because after this has been over, I might still answer your phone call, we might have a little laugh, but then I might turn around and just be a complete bitch to you because I can, and you're gonna let me do it because I know you still fucking like. You know what? I give this song an A for effort, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. Next. Alright, point blank period. House Tour is cheesy as fuck. It is mad cheesy, but that doesn't mean that it's bad. As you can tell by the smile on my face, I quite enjoyed House Tour. The instrumental caught me off guard. I'm like, yo, what in the New Jack Swing? Was this produced by fucking Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis? Is this a New Edition song? What the hell is going on? I'm like, yo, what business she got on a fucking beat like this? And then she comes through with these fucking euphemisms and analogies about a house tour. You can come through the back door. Ha ha ha. That's a joke for you know what it's a joke for. The whole goddamn song is just a whole joke for, yo, you trying to come in and hit it real quick. I should hate this song just because of how fucking stupid it is, but I think that's why I love it so much. This is my third favorite song on the album. House Tour is so fucking dumb. I can't help but smile when I listen to it, and it makes me happy. Next. Last song on the album. This is the closer. You chose to end the album on this note with this song? Like, I understand it's called Goodbye, so like, why wouldn't you end an album with a song called Goodbye? But Really? Like, at this point, I wish you would have ended this shit with House Tour. At least I would have ended it laughing. And then now it's just like, damn, all right, that's it. If I want to hear a fucking run-of-the-mill country song about a fucking breakup, I'll just turn on fucking CMT station or some shit. Like, I don't, damn, dude. Like, I'm almost pissed off. So this is the first time that I've ever actually sat down and fully paid attention to anything that Sabrina Carpenter's ever done in her music career, right? I gotta say, coming away from it, there was some highs, there was some lows. It's pretty just even playing field when it comes to both. I do have Sabrina Carpenter songs on my playlist now, so do with that information as you will. As a project overall, it's just kind of like, it definitely wasn't the worst shit I'm gonna hear all year, so that's cool. And I can also say with 100% certainty that Sabrina Carpenter is very, very far from the worst person in the current day 2025 poposphere. Not when Gracie Abrams is right there. Stay hydrated. Good night. Oh, and yeah, I almost forgot about the ratings and shit. Fuck it, 5.7. Go to bed.